Okay, students, it's time to do some more note-taking at home. This section is section 2.2 on the distributive property. We're actually going to come back to 2.1, so it's no mistake that we've skipped 2.1. We will come back and get 2.1. But I wanted to do the distributive property because I think this is something you can practice at home, and it will be good for you to know about it before you come into class, and then we'll do some more work with it when you get here. I want you to think about the word distribute. Uh-oh, this is kind of moving. When you think about what the word distribute means in English, I generally think of it means to hand out or pass out or give to everybody. Well, distribute in math means sort of the same thing. Distribution means that a factor is distributed across numbers or variables, actually, or variables, added or subtracted within parentheses. So generally speaking, we are looking for parentheses or grouping symbols in a number or a variable outside of the grouping symbol that needs to be distributed. So let's go down and just actually dive into a couple of examples. So I'm looking at number 1. 9 is outside the parentheses, my grouping symbol, and we want to take the 9 and we want to distribute it or multiply it as a factor times each piece that's on the inside, and write it down. 9 times 10 is 90, and a 9 times a positive k is a plus 9k. We don't know what k is, so this is all we can do. Notice the parentheses are now gone, and that's what we need. We need the parentheses to be gone. Number 2, let's distribute the 3 times each piece that's on the inside of the parentheses. 3 times y, and they're both positive, is 3y. Positive 3 times positive 12 is a positive 36. Here we've got one that's got a negative factor on the outside. Negative 8 times a positive 4z. Well, a negative times a positive is a negative, so negative 32z. And a negative 8 times a positive 6 is a negative 48. I hope you're getting the idea. I'd like you to do number 4 on your own, and actually a couple more of them, 4, 5, and 6 on your own, and I'm going to skip down to number 7. Negative 8 times a positive 11m is a negative 88m. And a negative 8 times a negative 9. Notice we've got 2 negatives that we're multiplying. That becomes a positive 72. So if you had a little trouble with number 6, go back and fix it now. Number 8's an interesting problem because I don't see a number outside. I see a negative sign, but I don't see a number. Well, this is what I call the ghostly 1. There really is a number there. It's just the understood 1. And if it helps you to add the 1 now, before you do your distribution, I think that would be a great idea. Negative 1 times a positive 2x is a negative 2x. A negative 1 times a negative 5 is a positive 5. And now you're done. There's a few more for you to try here. I'd like you to try to finish up 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13, and 14. Using the model of the problems that we've already done, be sure to watch your signs. The signs are important. Let's go on to the next page. Find the area of the following figures. So the first thing I want you to notice is that we have an expression, 5x minus 3. That's not just a single term. It's got a 5x and a negative 3 on the back end. The first thing I'd like you to do is put parentheses around him, and on the next figure also. That's going to remind us that we probably have distribution once we write the formula and make our shell. So the first thing, anytime I'm asking you to find area, perimeter, or volume, you need to write the formula. Area is equal to length times width. This is not a square. It may look like a square to you, but nowhere are we told that it's a square. So we're going to use the formula area is length times width. Now we're going to make our shell. We're going to make our length and our width in parentheses, and we're going to plug it in. We know our length is 5x minus 3, and we know our width is 14. Now this looks like a distribution problem. So we're going to distribute the 14, and if you would rather write him in front, you can move him in front. So I will do that. I'll move the 14 in front. And we're going to distribute him. We are going to distribute the 14 times each piece that's on the inside. If you need to figure out what 14 times 5 is, you can go over to the side of your paper and do the work like that. 4 times 5 is 20, 0 carrier 2, 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 70. So A is equal to 70x, and we have a positive 14 and a negative 3. 14 times 3, 4 times 3 is 12, carrier 1, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 70x minus 42. And you're done. You can't do anything more because we don't know the value of x. Let's do this one together, the triangle one. Again, we're going to start with the formula. Area is equal to 1/2 base times height. And you're going to write your shell. The 1/2 comes down. He's part of the formula. There's your base. There's your height. And we're going to go plug in our base is 19 minus 36. Our height is 12. And we can distribute. And we get 1/2 of 19. That's not going to be an even number, but it's going to be 9.5, 9.5 minus 1/2 times, or of, 1/2 of 36 is 18. That's all still in parentheses, times 12. And then we've got some type of big multiplication to do now. 9.5 minus 18. Let's go ahead and subtract that. 9.5 minus 18 is negative 8.5 times 12 is, let's see, I've got a calculator going here, negative 102. And actually, there's a couple different ways to do this, and we'll do some more of these, especially the area of a triangle, because we can look at the formula in a couple different ways, and we might find a way that you think is easier. I want to finish up with a little bit about reverse distribution. If I were to ask you to distribute this problem right here, you'd say, Ms. Leininger, I can't do it. There's no parentheses there. And when we do distribution, I have to distribute a factor from the outside to the inside. But I'm actually asking you to do reverse distribution here. I'm saying, okay, I'm going to give you the final answer, and you tell me what was multiplied to what to actually end up with 2x plus 10. So we're looking for a common factor, something that is in both 2x and in 10 that we can divide out. If distribution involves multiplication, then the reverse of distribution involves division. So what can I divide 2x and 10 by that have the same exact number in them? Well, I think 2. 10 and 2 are both divisible by 2. When we do that, what do we have left? We have x, the 2's cancel, 10 divided by 2, and it's positive, is 5. So this suggests if we move 2 to the outside and we do the distribution back this way, we're going to end up with what we started with, 2x plus 10. So yes, those are equal. So the answer to this problem using reverse distribution would be this. Can you figure out on number 2 what 3y and a negative 9 have in common? What can we divide out that we can take to the outside of our multiplication distribution process? I think I'm seeing a 3. So we can divide 3y by 3, and we can divide minus 9 by 3. What do we end up with inside our parentheses? Those guys lop off. minus 9 over 3 is 3. And we take the 3 that we divided out, we put them to the outside. Our check is easy on these because you can distribute back and see if you end up with what you started with. 3 times y is 3y, and 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Yep, there we are, back where we started. So our reverse distribution is good, and our answer is 3y minus 3. Got a couple more reverse distribution ones. It's kind of interesting. Can you think of anything that these 3 pieces have in common that I can divide out? I'm thinking of 2. So we take the 2 to the outside. What's left on the inside is x plus 3 plus 4y. Okay, so I'd like you to try number 4 and number 5 on your own, and we'll discuss those. And I'd like to do one more triangle example, because I think the other one that we did is a little bit confusing, so I'm just going to add something real quick. Well, I seem to have lost. Okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to actually do another triangle example real quickly here. I'm just going to draw a triangle, and you can do this on the blank space on your page. I am going to say that the base is 8 and the height is 2x plus 1. And I'm finding the area. Area is equal to 1/2 base times height. Again, I'm going to make my shell. I'm going to plug it in. 1/2 base times height. I needed to remember to put parentheses around the 2x plus 1. That all goes together. So my base is 8. My height is 2x plus 1. Now I'm going to multiply these 3 things together. 1/2 times 8, or 1/2 of 8, is 4. And now I have to distribute 4 to the piece that's left. So 4 times 2x is 8x, and 4 times 1 is 4. And that's our answer for the area of this triangle. So if you don't quite understand the other one, hopefully this makes a little bit more sense. And we'll come back and work that other one in class. Thanks for listening. Go back and try the ones, and be sure to finish the ones that I've left out on these particular notes. Thank you.